is the role of parents? How can parents and caregivers support the play therapy process at home?
Yeah, it's very important. So like I said, I cannot do in an hour a week what parents can do at home. So if you look at Bronfenbrenner, who's a systems theorist, we all grow up in a system, and there's elements in the system that affect us. So what's siblings and medical history and the school and the relationships at home. So parents have the responsibility to take the feedback I give them back home into that system and to apply and make it as healthy and as life-giving as possible for the child. So parents play a very big role in play therapy, and that's also why I give feedback. So I don't share confidential information, but I will say to the parents, this is an issue. I think look at this. This might be try and adjust here. I suggest this. And when parents work with the process, we get incredible results. I bumped into a mom over the weekend who the child was complete separation anxiety, and we looked at the system. So a lot of changes in the system, got the school on board, and she said to me, he is a different child. He kisses and runs off, and he's and that's great. But I know with that couple, I had the cooperation. So very big. And I think the second very important thing is to not weaponize against the child what I share. So let's say the child says to me, I'm a little bit scared of dad, let's say, because he sometimes gets angry. A parent you've got a choice. You can either weaponize the information against your child because you now feel he makes you feel like a loser or whatever, or you can be the adult and handle it very carefully and with love and grace and try and be safe for your child.
What can parents do to engage with Aquila for play therapy? What is your process?
The process. So our process is I start with a 4-session process. So I do an intake with the parents. I need to understand your system. So I need to understand what are the elements in your story, what are the concerns, what is it like at school, what does the family setup look like. So always get that to start with. And then I have a 2-session attachment evaluation, which is difficult to explain, but it's basically getting the child to give me their view of their world. We all live in a world, and there's elements in our world. So I do a big like a collage of their world with them, and we put stickers on. Is it happy countries or sad countries? And it's you get a very good idea of how they see their world. And then in the second session, I do sand, and I've got an emotional board game that we play. Very non-threatening, but you get a lot of really solid information about the child and how they see their world and what are the elements in the world that's concerning to them or that is traumatic. And then in the 4th session, I give feedback. So I will summarize all of that into a report. I email the report to the OT before I see the parents for the feedback, and then in the feedback, we make a plan. We become plan makers, and we make plans. How can we change this? How can we address? And it's things like instead of after kettle 6 every week, if it's an introverted child that's sensory sensitive, it's that battles with sensory processing disorder, for instance. They can go to granny. Granny can pick them up at 3, or dad can actually on the days that he works from home pick them up. So very practical ideas to make the system safe. And because the system becomes safe with the help of the parents, you will often see that there's change in the behavior of the child, less anxiety, less social anxiety, because they now feel strong enough to interact with, because things at home are better, they feel stronger to interact at school. So that's the process. So 4 sessions, intake, 2 sessions, assessment, and then feedback, and then based on whatever we find in the feedback, I have many clients who literally will then come for a once a month check-in. So my focus is very much on getting the system healthy, more than the play therapy. Because I give feedback, you make the system safe. You come back, I play, I assess, I give feedback, you make the system safe. Because children live in their systems. We all live in our systems, and as I said, I can help, and I can look, and I can check, and I can help process. But if a child comes here and for an hour they're safe, but they go back into a very unsafe system, you're not going to win the battle. That's not what I experience. So yeah, so it's very much collaborative with parents. I can't do this without parents, and I'm not the parent. I can't take responsibility to parent your child. It's your responsibility.
What advice do you have for parents who are considering play therapy for their child?
Yeah, come. I think if you're considering play therapy, there's obviously a reason. There must be a couple of red flags already, or things that you're concerned about. So it's I think we are 2,000 rands for the 4 sessions now, which is, if you think of the big picture, not a lot. I think investment in your child, and because you get feedback at the end of the 4 sessions on how the child sees your world, sees their home, sees their system. There's value in that. So even if you're at a distress level 10 about your child, but your child is only at distress level 5, you're not going to lose anything. There will be very good insight into how your child sees the system. So yeah, I think it's an investment. If you're really concerned, then rather sooner than later.